Oh yeah, pipe smokers. Ah, yeah, happy Wednesday. It's it's July 9th already. And this is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel. And I'm Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York on Winchester Street in the United States of America. Thank the Lord. Thy Lord has blessed me. I'm sitting in front of my beautiful house. It's not a mansion, but it's dedicated to the Lord. And I have my beautiful American flag there. Our forefathers dedicated this country to God. And so, yeah, so let's have a smoke together. So grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, grab your favorite beverage, and let's start something on fire. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet tonight. We'll figure it out as we go along, you know. But at least we can have a pipe together. See, I just wanted to start out with a cigarette today, and I'm not stressed out at all. I'm actually in a really, I'm in a really good mood. I am, as I usually am. I'm not the type of person that gets depressed or anything like that. So, if I'm smoking a cigarette, you're smoking a pipe or a cigar, it's all good. I got a pipe right here we're going to light up. This is a gorgeous pipe. It's an Algerian pipe. And I'll tell you what, oh my gosh. The briar on that, I don't know if you can see it in the video, it's just gorgeous. It's all bird's eye. And then it goes over into like really tight, straight grain. And the pipe only says Algerian briar, hole number 368. It doesn't have a maker or anything like that. And it's probably only about 5 inches long, almost a nose warmer. And what we're going to be smoking in that is we're going to be smoking some GLP's Sextant. And this stuff is really a nice Latakia blend. It's not a killer blend. Like the blend I smoked yesterday was not a killer Latakia blend. It wasn't a Latakia bomb. So basically it just says it's a classic mixture, harmoniously married to Navy Flake ripe Virginia tobaccos, are the first blended with Cyprian Latakia, my favorite, fine Orientals, and a touch of dark fired Kentucky leaf, then infused with a hint of dark rum. And I love that. Before being gently pressed, matured, and sliced, the flavor is rich, bold, and satisfying. The aroma is interweaving of traditions. So that's what they say about that blend. Like I said, it's not a killer Latakia blend. Cheers, by the way. We have a nice bush beer here, nice and cold. So, let me ask you guys and girls a question. A lot of you that watch this channel are Christians, okay? What are your thoughts on premarital sex? Let me repeat that. What are your thoughts on premarital sex? And I prayed about it and I asked God about it, and I want to go over a couple things, and then I want to share with you what God put on my heart. You have the law of the county that you live in. You have the law of the state that you live in. They orchestrate, register, give out the marriage licenses, and so forth. The Lord has a much higher court. Now, I think premarital sex, if you're going out to bars and you're picking up women and you're just sleeping with them right off the bat, don't remember their name, whatever, some of you will know what I'm talking about. And I lived that life back in the 1980s and early 90s. But on the same token, how many of you are Christians that did have a physical relationship with your spouse prior to marriage? I don't want to know. You don't have to tell me, but think about that in your own mind. How many of you did? I'm willing to bet probably about 99% of you were in a committed relationship. You love the Lord, and you did have sexual activities prior to marriage. I would almost guarantee 99% of you have done that. Now, is that a sin? I mean, I don't know, and I ask God that. And the Bible has been interpreted in different ways. You look at the King James Version, there was things that the king left out. There was things that the king added to the Bible and so forth. And I think that the Lord has a higher law than the county that you live in. I know he has a higher law than the county that you live in, or the state you live in, or the country you live in. So my thought process, I asked God, I says, Lord, what do you think about premarital sex before you legally, under state law, get married? This may shock you, and I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. What came back into my heart was the Lord said, if you have a committed relationship and you are each both separately dedicated to me, you have given your lives to me, and you make that bond and dedicate your relationship to me and have me as the center, the head of your relationship, that's all you need. That's the answer I got back. Right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't know. I want to hear some comments on this one, because that's a hot topic. So I think, though, just meeting someone, there's an old saying I see on Facebook all the time, take her to church instead of to bed. Okay, and I truly believe that. So, and I think that the relationship has to be something, like I said, where you're both dedicated to the Lord, you come together as one, and you dedicate your relationship to the Lord. And I don't know. That's the answer I got. Okay, that's the answer I got. Whether it's from God, whether it's a lie, I don't know. I need some confirmation here. What do you people think? Okay, I don't think that. I think that putting a physical relationship first is something that God probably hates. Even though He put those desires inside of us, inside of our flesh. He did. Satan didn't, But Satan uses that. We won't even go there, Living the wild life, going out to bars, picking up wild women, whatever, I want your thoughts on what that topic I just brought up. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts on that. And if you say, I'm a Christian and I plead the fifth, I'll know what the answer is, okay? Let me repeat that again. If you say, I'm a Christian, I'm very happily married now, but I plead the fifth, I'll know what you mean. So will everybody else, though, too. My second Busch beer here, nice and cold. It's beautiful. Finally, the humidity has come down and the temperatures come down from super humid, like 70% humidity, 95 degrees, to really being quite comfortable. So I did meet a new lady, and we're going to go to church together this Sunday. And then after church, I'm going to take her out to a nice restaurant, to a nice dinner. And I already told her, I says, look, I don't want to put that first. And she agreed with me. She said, I don't either, you know. So we're in agreement on that. And I asked her, I says, well, what do you think about a committed relationship? Do you think it's important to have God as the center of your relationship, to be able to pray with your partner? And she said, yes, definitely. And I said, I think that's paramount. And those are one of the things that she actually loved what I brought up, because she feels the same way. Beautiful. She's a beautiful black girl. And I see no color or anything like that, you know. She's just a wonderful lady. And she's a lot younger than I am. She's 28 years younger than I am. She's 33 and I'm 60. So actually, she's 27 and a half years younger than me. But she has a mentality where she thinks like a more mature, older person. She likes a guy like me that keeps himself in good shape. I try to keep in good shape, try to look good, even though I smoke cigarettes and that. She's like, that doesn't bother me. Even though I have a few beers, she's like, that doesn't bother me. You're not doing crack or heroin, right? It's like, no. She said, it's okay. So, pretty excited about the start of this new relationship. I want to start it out on the right foot. I don't know, you know, I don't want to put the physical part first. That definitely is not going to happen. So God, I don't know what God has in store for me and her. Maybe I got a new house and I have a new partner for life that lives next door. Single, never been married, no kids. 30, just turned 33 July 5th. So who knows, you know. I never thought that, you know, most 33-year-old women, and if, you know, don't take offense anyone, but most of them, they're still into partying and stuff. She's not into that. She wants to settle down. She wants a good man, you know. So we're going to take a little break. We're going to load this pipe. I'm sorry I haven't been smoking. No, I'm not sorry I haven't been smoking a pipe. I'm going to light one up now, though. I'll be back in a nanosecond. Oh yeah, so we have this beautiful Algerian briar bowl. Oh my gosh. There's a little glare off the screen. The sun's kind of down in my eyes. I don't know if you can see that. That's gorgeous briar. Let's set it on fire. Yeah. Instant gratification. What a great blend. Again, we're smoking GLP's Sextant. Right there. Just a great blend. So, if you watched most of the video, what I talked about, curious to know everyone's opinion. I know what mine is. I don't think it's an opinion. really think if you work with someone, you become partners with God as the center of your relationship. Take some time to get to know. It may be 2 months, it may be 3 months, it may be 6 months, it may be a year. I just don't think God could really have a problem with love, with him at the center like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. So. This is good. Corn Cob, where you been, Corn Cob? Robert Cornelius, I haven't heard from you. Where's Robert Cornelius been? Where's Gene Bromberg been? Anybody heard of them guys? Where they fell off the face of the earth? This is a good smoke out of a great pipe. Oh, so good. This is just so good. Yeah. Oh, Lord. What a beautiful night. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. So I got my first mortgage payment bill in the mail today. It's due August 1st. $1,069, which is not bad. Probably should have loaded this bowl up a little more. I don't know. We got a breeze here. I can't really get a great light on it. So I'm at the camper. So the new person that I met, she's black. And so I saw her the other day out, and she was washing, a little white trash can out, like that you have in your kitchen. I was like, "What are you doing?" "My name's Paul. I'm your neighbor." She says, "Oh, I gotta wash this out, and it looked totally clean to me." She's like, "No, I gotta wash this out." She says, I got a pan of hot water I poured in there and with a little bleach. Says, you got a hose to rinse it out? No. You got a brush to brush it out? Nope. Hand that over the fence. She's like, why? I said, just let me take care of it. Well, she didn't tell me till later on. I took that white trash can, which looked totally clean to me, and I got a big scrub brush, and I'm scrubbing the inside of it, the bottom of it, the outside of it, and I'm in the shower tub and turn the shower on, rinse it all out, I dry it all out, bring it back to her. I says, here. And she came over. We talked for about 3.5 hours at night on my front lawn here, sitting right here. She said, that really impressed me. It impressed me so much, I called my mama. And I told her that. there's a really handsome, hot-looking white man that took my garbage can and he's scrubbing it out for me. Wastebasket, I guess you'd call it. I was like, why would that impress you so much? She's like, well, I never thought a man would offer to do that for a woman. And I said, well, you didn't have the right tools, okay? I happen to have the correct tools to please you. Anyways, we've gone on long enough, 21 minutes. I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Thanks for watching. Over, but not out. God bless you all. Have a great Wednesday.